Okay, haven't done this in a hot second. Make sure that I am in focus. Clap sync. I scammed the biggest esports organization in Southeast Asia. I'm really excited to talk about everything that's going to be happening within this year, but for now, let's just focus on the next 3 months because the MPLNY has a couple of its own changes with its new partnership program. And hey, guess what? I'm part of MPLNY. I get none of the benefits, but I do get to talk with some of the biggest organizations in Southeast Asia. So this is where the scam comes through. With all the changes in my lives, there were two things that really needed to change. Number one, my finances, right? There are, well, there's a simple rule of thumb. It's either you make more money so that you can offload the expenses that you are currently paying for, or you reduce your expenses so that you can have more money to do other things. I didn't want to reduce the expenses, so I thought maybe let's just make more money. This is where it all changed, because in the past couple of weeks, I have been in secret talks with an esports organization so large within Southeast Asia, you probably will see one of their slogans in an esports event within their chat somewhere, anywhere, right? How did this happen? Now, this guy over here, Kodu, you see this guy? This guy, he's a co-worker of mine. Sometimes he does side news reporting, right? You see him in the MPL MY, he's on the BM broadcast. Really cool dude, super eccentric. The point is, he got me into contact with an RRQ marketing guy. Yeah, you see where this is going? You see where everybody is going? So let me give you a bit of a premise as to what exactly I'm talking about here. This is one of the biggest organizations we have in Southeast Asia. They're called the Kingdom. This is RRQ. I'm pointing at a green screen, so I don't know if something is actually up here or is just a picture of something else, but the shadows, real pain in the ass. That's for a different time to talk about. The point is, RRQ contacted me through this guy, Poji, to make content for them. How did I convince them to do that? I have no goddamn idea. You saw how little I post. I make like no money on any of my videos. I mean, there was like, I made some money. And you guys saved me from my previous scam. That happened. So I feel like it goes in one big circle, and eventually karma comes back to a place where it repays us back. This time, this might just be it. Now, RRQ was kind enough to sponsor this entire video and the content for the next 3 months. So you guys are guaranteed to get at least 2 videos every single week. One stream known as the MPL After Hours where I may have a guest or it might just be by myself. Look, people are busy and logistics is real pain in the ass to do. For those of you who know how to put up a podcast or set up a podcast, you understand the difficulties of actually getting somebody there to talk to. And naturally I like talking to other people, but if it doesn't have it to be the case that day, well, guess what? I will just do it my goddamn self. Yep, that's how I'm gonna do it. Yep. Speaking of which, we didn't really sign, me and RRQ didn't really sign a contract, so like this is the first time I'm getting legitimately paid to do something, and I'm not 100% sure how to do it. Because here's the thing, we didn't talk about the type of content that I was supposed to do. They just said make content, talk about RRQ Shop, which you can go, RRQ Shop, which you can go in right now. Check out their IG. If you need diamonds, if you need some in-game rewards, all that stuff, all can be hit up their platform. Please make me some money. Use the code POPOGI. This one because this guy, he gave me a job basically. Please support him, support us. Help, dear God, help. Now, coming back to the content side of things, right? 2 videos every single week. And obviously, based on my track record, as you can see, not the greatest at uploading consistently. And that's going to change, right? How we're gonna change it is simple. MLBB isn't exactly the thing that I like making a lot of content about because there's only so many things that you can talk about. Like I can break down like millions and millions of different games, but that's not something that brings me joy. Changing my life and setting goals and hitting those goals, that gets me real
every week. And if you are lucky,
real riled up. Point is, there are things in my life that I do want to change, and because of RRQ and what they're providing me, I might be able to do that. Now, they are paying me a total of dollars, whatever you want to call it. Basically, unit per money in your local currency. In Malaysia specifically isn't a lot, and considering the amount of content that we're actually doing, I am technically taking a loss because my time is just a little bit more valuable than that. But that's, up to personal, interpretation. The best part is that for some reason, RRQ decided, despite all the things, my low social numbers, did you know that I'm considered a nano influencer? Like, I thought it stops at micro, but you could get smaller. Look, nobody knows that. Who could have guessed? I did not know that at all. So the type of content that we're going to be making here today is going to be a little bit different because it's all towards self-improvement to some degree, shape, or form. Like my back, like dear God, my slouch is awful. Watching myself on cam is not great. A lot of insecurities coming out, but we're going to fix all of that. First things first, let's talk about the videos, right? 2 videos every single week that could be about any piece of content that I genuinely want to do because RRQ is not limiting me to do anything. And this is, I'm not gonna lie, the most amount of freedom I've ever gotten from anybody to do job for content, which is surprising because I can say I've been known to not exactly say politically correct things.
I love seeing diversity in these team compositions, just like how I love seeing another diverse skin for carry. Every single time we get a new one, and you never know which color it's going to be. Either way, SRG, with the way that they need to play their...
If he proxied the next one, but he might play it safe because he knows errors. Up here, Yoom's in trouble! One hit! Jumps back in!
What the
The playmaker himself!
Why does he get to do that? Why does he get to do that? What the... What? How does he get away with that?
That is disgusting!
Or at the very least, just sounding a little more vulgar and direct, and not everybody can take that truth. But I can be honest with myself, and that's what this content is designed for, right? First things first, there are some goals that I do want to hit. I want to improve my health. I want to be able to actually get decently good at other games because I'm noticing that I'm spending way too much time on Mobile Legends to the point where I am almost incapable of playing any other game besides that. Not great as a gamer, not great as a gamer. I can tell, I'm like about to hit 30 and the skills are going, it is, see this, oil prices, same concept. You get the general idea. So I looked into calisthenics. And look, I've talked to a lot of, the casters out there, and a lot of them are like gym junkies. They go to the gym, they get jacked, they want to do certain things with their bodies. Naisu is like a really great inspiration. He is hot, but he put a lot of work in. The difference is that I'm really lazy. So going to the gym has already been a little bit difficult, but doing push-ups is something that I am well versed in. I didn't get these forearms for nothing, but I got no chest. Like 0. It is just ribcage here. There's no meat there. That's gonna change. Hopefully, with calisthenics, I'll be able to get to my unofficial goal of doing a one-handed pull-up. That is the penultimate goal. That is what I'm gonna try to do. So different sets of push-ups, different variations, building up into it. I'll film it and you guys are gonna get a video. You get the general idea of it. The second thing that I also want to do is actually come back into streaming, really. I did have like a pretty good time on the first couple of times that I streamed, but burning out on stream playing one game, doing one type of content is genuinely exhausting. Especially since like I'm not the biggest fan of specifically Mobile Legends anymore. Like there's a lot of games that I want to play, and more as I was, wasting more and more time, you get to know yourself a little bit, and I really like retro games. Let me go get it, give me a second. In recent times, I have gotten to the recent hobby of little emulator devices. Hey, yeah, see, this was like $100 or something like that, like 140 things for a simple, tiny little Game Boy-like device that has emulators on it. And because of it, I've noticed that I have like a genuine, I can't stop thinking about the nostalgia of the old days, like retro games, if I'm being completely honest here. Because there's such good retro games out there that honestly stand the test of time. And that's something that I've been wasting more hours on that I cannot physically comprehend it because it's not on Steam, and therefore I cannot track how many hours I've spent playing Mario Power Tour. I'm so sorry, honey, for keeping you up at night because of all the screaming. But Retro games is something that I want to get into, maybe even game reviewing to a degree. Those are like the plans that I have in my head. The content is not going to be consistent, of course, but you're at least guaranteed two, I gotta make sure in the camera, 2 videos every single week on top of a potential podcast called the MPL After Hours. Ideally talk about everything MPL, looking at, you know, drafting the data, especially blue side, red side. Maybe we can get some guests, who knows, depends on how free people are. Everybody says, oh yeah, absolutely, we can totally do this, and then something pops up and then I'm doing it by myself. We'll see how that happens. If it does happen to be the case where the guest doesn't come over, I'm putting them on blast. I don't know how else to weaponize it. But thank you so much for watching the update. Well, technically I'm scamming you guys more than I'm scamming RRQ, if I'm being perfectly honest. This is just an update video about the content that's going to come later down the line. But from this point onwards, you guys are going to get 2 videos every single week. Hopefully it's something that you guys find exciting, entertaining, that isn't just Mobile Legends, because Jesus Christ, some of these players play every single waking day of their moment. There's no competing. I can't compete with that. Fuck that. No, hell no, no. I'm done. I'll keep the scamming international organizations like RRQ into giving me more money. That's gonna be my general plan. Hopefully that works. I don't know. 800's not a lot. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that budget. Thank you, RRQ. Love you guys. Love you guys. RRQ. By the way, guys, we're also sponsored by RRQ. Please go check out the RRQ shop if you haven't done so yet. They were so kind enough to even come down to Malaysia to pass me an RRQ Tora jersey with my name on it, spelled correctly, beautifully designed jersey. If you guys don't know about the King, go check out RRQ, one of the biggest Southeast Asian organizations that we have. They're breaking out into Malaysia, and hopefully RRQ Tora does as well as, well, they say they're going to do, but, you know, they could be potentially the next international team who joins SRG. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know. We don't know. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.